About it. All right. It says Arizona College of Nursing student abruptly dismissed over single missed payment. Oh no. Oh no. Now we're missing payments, child. Now, I don't know if she's a Z or not, but she ain't X. That's for damn sure.
It was due on the 5th. They give you a 5-day grace period. But I ended up making my second payment this morning. I went to take my exam. And after my exam, my dean called her into her office. She brings the financial aid officer in. They're kicking me out of the program because I missed the second payment.
A nursing student was abruptly dismissed from the Arizona College of Nursing over a single missed tuition payment. After making...
No, it sounds like it was 2. Hold on.
I missed my payment. It was due on the 5th. They give you a 5-day grace period. But I ended up making my second payment this morning. I went to take my exam. And after my exam, my dean called her into her office. She brings the financial aid officer in. They're kicking me out of the program because I missed the second payment.
A nursing student was abruptly dismissed from the Arizona College of Nursing over a single missed tuition payment. After making a long commute to the campus, the student was called to the dean's office and told she was no longer enrolled, leaving her devastated and struggling to accept the sudden loss. The sudden removal of the student highlights the growing tensions surrounding rigid tuition policies at for-profit nursing institutions.
Oh, yeah, she must be Z. They're talking about rigid policies. You mean to pay what you owe?
After arriving on campus, the woman was summoned to the dean's office.
All right.
I don't have anything for this. I don't even have the money. I'm trying to figure out ways that I can continue and finish for my family, for my boys, for my daughter. Like, nursing school takes a lot.
Her story literally brought tears to my eyes. If you haven't watched her video, she was saying that she had missed the second payment for her nursing program.
All right, I don't know if this is a whole thing from her. Let's see if that's what this is. She'd have made her page private now. Let's see.
They give you a 5-day grace. They give you a 5-day grace period. I missed my payment. It was due on the 5th. They give you a 5-day grace period. But I ended up making my second payment this morning. I went to take my exam. And after my exam, my dean called her into her office. She brings the financial aid officer in. They're kicking me out.
Hey guys, come on. This is a nursing student that I'm assuming she's a single parent. I'm trying to do better for her and her kids. She's behind on 2 payments, but she paid for 1 payment. They let her take the exam. When she took the exam, the dean called her in the office, told her that she's no longer in the nurses program. She's on here crying. Boo crying and says she's no longer in the program because she missed 1 of her payments. Is it something they could have done about that?
No. Y'all, see, others will look at this differently. Every one of these things is a lesson that can be learned, but a lot of not y'all, but the trolls from earlier and the pro-blacks are just going to look at it like this is racism. This is responsibility. This is how finance works. You're not going to get a loan, a brand new loan, miss the first payment, and you think they're going to let you continue? That's just not how that works. That's just not how that works. So I don't know how a nursing loan or a nursing financial aid works. I don't know if it's the same as regular financial aid. I don't know. However, if you have to pay it back and you miss the first payment, like get a credit card. Get a credit card. Run it up, miss the first payment, see what happened. If they get by with the first, because she said she paid it on the 5th, I'm assuming she paid it 5 days late or 5 days after the 5th, and then you miss the second payment, see how long that credit card going to stay open. See how long that credit card going to stay open. Now, isn't there something that they could do for her? Where is the disconnect with financial responsibility? I'm so confused. And when I'm talking about the communitas, shout out to everyone that is here, but I'm talking about the community right now, and people want to come at me like I'm saying something wrong. There are lessons to be learned. Y'all refuse to learn it because you focused on white people. And with your focus on white people, based off of what pro-blacks want you to be focused on, how does that help you financially? You still got the same people going through the same shit over and over and over again. Y'all not teaching them. Y'all not helping them. They not helping themselves. Let's not even start talking about the single motherism, of which it's a big problem in the community. But ignore that and focus on white people. Ignore trying to make sure you tell the kids you're a product of the environment of the people that you hang around in. Don't get pregnant. It's hard to have kids. It's hard to raise kids. It's expensive to raise kids. You ain't got shit. You already don't want to work, but then you want to get pregnant. Y'all don't want to get married, but y'all don't want to talk about it like we don't see it and we don't know what it is. And then when something happens, because it always does, inevitably something will happen, and stuff happens to all of us, regardless of whether people want to believe it or not. Then the answer is somebody should do something. You're right. The person responsible for it, or the person that they're with in their household, your husband, your wife, your significant other. Oh, but the community doesn't believe in all that. And y'all don't want to believe in all that. You'd rather focus on white people instead of trying to make sure that people don't follow spend debt and end up in jail. But say, but y'all used to do it too. Okay. And then y'all complaining that Generation X, who did used to listen to stuff like that, of which we did, but we also coupled up, we combined our resources and we made sacrifices in order to be where we are. Y'all don't want to hear none of that. You rather listen to that man say, who wants to work? Well, nobody wants to work, but if you don't work, you don't eat, you don't have. I know, crazy talk, right? Crazy talk. No. Financial literacy is important, but to push it off on schools, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't do something, but what they're not recognizing, the pros and the people saying that white people are the problem, is the fact that the school that you typically go to is going to be black. I'm sorry, it's going to be white people. So you are complaining about them, calling them racist, but then you want them to teach your kids about financial literacy. You would rather allow them to bring in ABCDs into the school and teach drag in front of your young kids, not speak out about that, think that's important. And then when I'm like, well, no, y'all probably don't want this. You probably want to go ahead and bring God back into the school at minimum so they can have something to believe in and teach your own kids, because they're never going to teach it the way that you want to. But y'all trying to force people to do shit that you cannot force them to do, wasting time. Kids continue to suffer out here on the streets, beating up old people, taking them out. Y'all ain't got a problem with it because white people. Ciao. Thank you, TD. Thank you for another 5. He said, I think it's something she could do herself. She has to find another program and see if they take whatever credit she may have and go from there. And I don't disagree with you, but it's not going to happen immediately. And I'm pretty sure that that's what the problem is that they want it done now. And that's probably not an option. And she does have, she said boys, so more than one, and a girl. So she probably has at least 3 kids. I ain't here talking about no husband. Well, everybody gotta be married. They don't, fuck them, don't. But, you know, it's kind of better to have someone that you can lean on and depend on when things don't go the way that you expect them to, because that's called life. Nothing goes right all the time. Roll with the punches. Shout out to Generation X. Roll with the punches, figure it out. All this, can somebody help her? Child, y'all go help her. I told y'all, I'm done giving money. I'm done giving money. I ain't got no time. No one is learning. They just expect people to get them out of every situation. No, I'm not. I got nothing but letting you know, for those that haven't gotten themselves in that situation, don't do it. That's all I got. What's it say? Locked and loaded. Thank you, hon. All them kids where your man at, hope you pay. Especially you got 3 kids, probably nowhere to be found. A Night Jay says, my husband and I had 3 roommates. We couldn't afford anything either. That's crazy talk, girl. That's just crazy talk. But it's always somebody should.
That's so sad. I pray, y'all. We need to pray. I pray that she get back into nursing school. She's trying to improve her kids. And they don't kick her out of their school. Really? I just don't understand. Look like they could have had.
I'd be a little bit confused why they don't understand, because the trolls, I'm gonna keep referencing them. That's gonna say that they don't care about you. Donald Trump don't care about you. White people don't care about you. I'm not concerned with nobody caring about me. Y'all are concerned about that. But now, when the tables have turned, it's like somebody should be caring for that lady with the kids in the nursing school. Who? 1 minute is they don't care about you. Turn the tides is nobody cares. No, they don't. No, they don't. Why is this like breaking news at 11 or 1:47 p.m. on a Saturday? Anyway.
Maybe she didn't qualify for the aid for the school, but it seemed like to me, that dean or that darn thing, she was just hardest to me. And I know everybody don't know everybody's situation, but God, look like they could have helped the girl or something. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know.
I was told that I needed to make my student loan payments. I missed the first payment because they decreased the hours. I gave birth the day of my final, and they
damn, she just goodbye. So she just had a baby. Child. So we just gonna continue to ignore this single motherism issue and problem to say that white people are the problem. You are in medical, or what school is it, child? Nursing school. Having babies, child.
Had me retake the class. And I kept pushing through because I'm really resilient. So I've been pursuing this degree. I have 2 semesters left. Because of whatever new law that Trump had in place about nursing not being a professional degree, it puts a cap on how much you can take out in student loans in order to cover your degree. So, for my child's behavioral therapy, and because they did that, I had to basically pay things out of pocket, pay for school because I have 3 children. Both of my boys are nonverbal. So if you're a special needs mom, you know what that means. I still push through and continue to focus on school because I'm almost done. And the quicker I finish, the better things will be for my family. My July payment was due on July 1st. Again, I pay for my kids' school and just for everything. Because of nursing school, I can't work full time. So, I'm sorry this is long, but I'm trying to say everything. So, I was told.
Ben Crump need to come on down here, and he need to
this is amazing.
Say that this is racism, so that she can start a GoFundMe and get $700,000, at least $100,000. What are we talking about, Nicole? This woman here got her loans cut off because she missed the first 2 payments, and she don't understand why. And they're saying that it's Trump's fault. And the person that posted this, I guess, says it was Trump and his administration. They're always changing laws because no other presidents ever changed laws. I bet they wasn't whining and crying when Joe Biden was up here talking about he trying to waive student loans, though. Now, all of a sudden, it's Donald Trump's fault. So she bears no responsibility with this whatsoever. She has
This is amazing.
She has no responsibility for her life whatsoever. She has no responsibility she's going through nursing school, she just said, with no income coming in because it takes so much time that she can't really work. Find a way to blame Donald Trump every single time, child. And instead of, all these people are doing praying hands and everything, which is cool. This person said it's absolutely not Trump's fault. He didn't change any laws regarding the cap on bachelors. It's always been 57,000. Private schools are always more than what the country allows for FAFSA. I don't know. Because my student loans is paid off. You can keep that shit. I know that he capped something or whatever, but that has nothing to do with missing the payment. So they're just totally always going off to something that has nothing to do with this. It has to do with you missed your payment. So part of, I think, of what she's saying, also which I've said before with regard to student loans, is that when people get student loans, they always give you more than what you applied for or more than what the school is. It's definitely a trap. Because if you don't give it back or pay back on the loan and you take it, then that means you're going to still owe it. So they use that money to buy books and buy supplies, but they also use it to go on vacation, pay rent, buy food, F around. I promise you, anybody been to college that ever got a student loan, you know what I'm talking about. Been there, done that. You keep the money, you can use it, you think it's free money, but you got to pay that shit back. Yes. Yes.
This video that really broke me this morning. A lady crying, being kicked out from nursing school because
Have it. I don't have anything for this. I don't even have the money. I'm trying to figure out ways that I can continue and finish for my family, for my boy, for my daughter.
Let's talk about that for one brief second. Like I've said, everybody want to have babies all on their own. They don't want to get together. They don't want to get married. They don't want to have a relationship. None of that. And then you never think about, God forbid, if something happens to the kid or something's wrong with the kid when they come out. And she said she has 2 nonverbal children. That has to be something. Nobody ever thinks that anything will ever go wrong, right? Kids are the most easiest thing to take care of and to be responsible for, and the cheapest things in the world, right? Let's not talk about that. That's not important. Let's just focus on don't be around white people. Black people, if you haven't heard, you're not allowed to be around white people. Ever. Ever. Okay? Basically, it's boycott white people. It's boycott white people season. Oh my God. Oh shit. What you see, thank you so much for the flowers. I appreciate you, child. You can't make this shit up. Count Dracula in the house. Thank you so much. He says she has third and first 2 got problems shaking my head. Lay off the D. That's racist. Okay. That's just racist. Shout out to you. I appreciate it.
Nursing school takes a lot.
Her story literally brought
Yeah.
See, I missed my payment. It was due on the 5th. They give you a 5-day grace period. They're kicking me out of the program because I missed the second payment.
A nursing student was abruptly dismissed.
I love you so much. Did you know that your inner child...
Let's go back to this tab.
I'm going to use this comment because I genuinely think so. Because, you know, for me, it's very blunt, very surface level. I don't do the calculated little mind games. When I talked about what I talked about, and I got the comments that I got, a couple things stuck out to me. First of all, oh, you don't belong in healthcare. Honestly,
Right, girl.
came across this video.
Hey, TikTok. This student nurse got kicked out of nursing school because of a late payment. As you see, she's crying here. People are trying to make it out here, and y'all not giving people no chance. You don't even know what she's going through, what her life struggles is, and yet just canceling people just because y'all hungry for money. She trying to become a better person of herself, and they canceling people because they late on payment. Because of one missed payment, she got kicked out of nursing school. Are you fucking kidding me? One payment. It wasn't 2. It wasn't 3. It wasn't 4.
Ma'am, it was the first 2, but go ahead.
It wasn't 5. It wasn't 5 missed payments. It was 1 missed payment.
Now who thinks that if it was 5 missed payments that she should still be sympathetic like this? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it was only 5 missed payments. It was only 400 missed payments. That's all. Business is business. And you know where they would say, give me my money, if it was them in business and somebody missed a payment on them. Didn't we just look at a last girl who I think she took that girl out over $15? I ain't hear no Black Lives Matter on that. That's on the blogs. You know, none of these pros is going to go to the blogs and tell them to not say anything. They just going to come over here and act like I'm doing something that's against Black people. When most of the all the stories come from fucking blogs. But they're okay, though. They're okay. They're acceptable. TD, thank you so much, boo. I appreciate you again. He said, but the game with student loans was to get a degree and a career that affords you the ability to pay it off fairly easily. Again, these folks play too much and be failing open book tests. Oh my God, I haven't heard the term open book test in forever. Oh my God. I wonder how many open book test people have failed. I wonder if these people even know what an open book test is. Anyway, thank you, boo. I appreciate you. If you're still here, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
America, we gotta do better. Yes. Yes, ma'am. We have to do better. One payment. And you canceled her. We have to do better. Again, I know I'm repeating myself, but we have to do better. You don't know.
Is she over here speaking French? We who? We. Who? Who? Girl.
Okay, so I'll be on this app and I'll be seeing a lot of people crying about how they got kicked out of nursing school.
A lot of people? All right, girl.
I was told that I needed to make my student loan. Both of my boys are nonverbal. So if you're a special needs mom, you know what that means.
Oh, we're excited.
So I ain't know I was.
There has been so many people that
My life just got. And I asked them and I said, okay, if I make my next 2 semesters payments,
What? I'm getting Biggie Small vibes, child.
in full, will I be able to continue? They said they didn't know. They couldn't give me the number for my next 2 semesters. And I'm being honest, I don't have it. I don't have anything for this. I don't even have the money.
I'm confused, y'all. I don't want to
This
interrupt.
is amazing.
We might have part 2, the rest of it, but how is it that you're a family of 4 and she's not getting grants and
This is amazing.
and I don't know how nursing school works, so I don't know if it's different, but why is she getting like grants and tuition be paid and stuff like that? Like she doesn't have to pay it back. She a family of 4 and she says she ain't got no income. Something don't sound right. You know what I'm saying? Cheat sheets. I do remember cheat sheets, but you know what else I remember? Cliff notes. You could say you read the book, or you can read the book, or you could go get some Cliff notes. Then they be trying to ask you questions that aren't in the Cliff notes. Them teachers wasn't shit. They was paying attention. But yeah, she's a family of 4. Why is she having to pay anything?
I'm trying to figure out ways that I can continue and finish with my family, for my boys, for my daughter. Like, nursing school takes a lot, but the money on top of that is like, and I'm more emotional because I've put everything into this school, and I'm so close to being done, and to be put out for missing my second payment is so unfair to me.
No, sis, we're not going to sit here and do this. And this is the problem, sitting up here saying that it's not fair and you only. No, you missed both. You missed the first and you missed the second. You paid it late, but you still missed it. That's not a good track. You're not a good credit risk. You're not a good credit risk. This is as soon as the payments were due. But nobody wants to hear that part.
And I'm so close to being done, and to be put out for missing my second payment is so unfair to me. For me to get kicked out, I understand if I would have got kicked out because of my grades, because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, but I've been pushing, and for me to get put out because I missed the second payment.
Imagine saying, I got put out because I missed the second payment. Where are we living right now? Yeah, where are we living? I'm confused. People So people now believe that they can borrow money and pay it back whenever they feel like it. So people think that when you sign the promissory note, because typically you sign a promissory note and it says this is what you borrowed, this is what the interest is, this is the interest rate, and this is what your payments are, and this is how many months. They think that's a joke? Do they think that's written in invisible ink? Do they not understand that that means you are agreeing to pay this back starting this date? And even though she may be having her issues or whatever, if she just had a baby, I'm still on the type of time of where the hell your baby daddy at? And how come he not helping you? But again, the community doesn't want to talk about things. The community doesn't want to talk about things that actually need to be talked about to help said community. They would just rather say that y'all got to boycott white people. All right. Let me make sure I keep letting y'all know. Word on the curb, black people, boycott white people.
Thanks for the tip.
Because basically that's what that means. I am just flabbergasted in 2026, going into 2027, that people are still acting like they are in charge and are barely in charge of their own lives. That they can dictate terms of shit that they have absolutely no authority over. And thinking that getting up on the internet and a bunch of people saying this is not right makes it going to change. It's not going to change. You don't understand money. Many of black people do not understand money and finance. I've said it 1,000,001 times, but I'm crazy, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't want to help nobody. Child, you don't want to help yourself. But then you think everybody's supposed to feel sorry for you. Get Ben Crump to come over here. Get him to come over here and talk to her, speak to her, and get a GoFundMe going. Because I'm tired of people making fun of those of us who chose to hold back, who chose to get married, who chose to have children, who chose to say, we're not going to do this because of that, and even struggled and even didn't have enough money, but still persevered, still stayed together, still raised these damn kids, and still came out pretty much on top at the end of the day. For these people to be saying that we did something wrong to them, you're doing wrong to yourself. Is this new news that being a single mom is probably not the best thing around here? Is it new news that when you borrow money, you have to pay it back? Imagine, y'all, we've all watched gangster movies, right? Godfather and The Sopranos. Imagine that you borrow money from Tony Soprano and you miss the first payment. What y'all think gonna happen? Imagine if even in Power and Kanan gave you something on credit and you missed the first payment. What y'all think gonna happen? You missed the second payment. What y'all think gonna happen? So we really gonna act like we don't know what the hell is going on here? Just because she's crying and she's a single mom, all knowledge, all brain power goes out the window? Oh my God. TD. Stream sponsor. Thank you so much, hon. He said Cliff Notes was the lick, and it was. You had to be able to afford it because my mother was not buying no Cliff Notes. Let me tell you something. So I had to work to get that shit. Or me and my friends was sharing the Cliff Notes because we was all in the same. We was all in the same class. You just had to skim the story and then piece the rest together from the Cliff Notes, also known as you had to do some work. Little work, but yes, because you couldn't get everything from the Cliff Notes. Shout out to Cliff Notes. They was a savior. They was a savior. Thank you so much, hon. Teacher says, you're right. I didn't think about that. She knew when she was filling out that paperwork, she couldn't pay. Listen, I think a lot of people do know that they really can't afford things. They just think they're going to get away with it. Just like we used to watch people try to hide their cars when repossessions were high. I'm still sure that they're high now, but they really was high coming out of the damn pandemic. People was hiding their cars. You get all those things you signed on the dotted line. So to say that it's not fair, maybe it's not fair, but you agreed to the unfairness of it all. You know what I'm saying? But nobody ever says that that's what it is. You can't emotional people out of their responsibility. That is what is wrong with this whole ass Tide Pod, lazy ass generation. You make excuses for them. They feel like they don't have to do anything because somebody is going to come and save them. And lo and behold, ain't nobody coming to save them. It's a disservice to think that grown adults get absolved just because they're young or they have kids. That is not an excuse. Yeah, the repo man will be in business forever, for sure.
by a few days is one of the worst feelings in the world. And it hurts even more because for as long as I can remember, every single time I tried to go to school, if it wasn't my parents not having good credit and I couldn't get a parent plus loan, if it wasn't because I maxed out financial aid, I'm always in this position, and I've come so far and I'm so close.
Yeah, she's telling on herself. She doesn't have good financial literacy. She doesn't. And it looks like her parents don't have it either. But all parents aren't going to sign for no damn parent loans because they put their name on the dotted line. Plus, if their credit sucks, then that's the end of that too. Right. Uncle Rick, as y'all say all the time, rule number one of being a man, no one is coming to save you. But these people think that who's going to come to save these people? Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody. So why y'all always think that doing this stuff by yourself and being a single mom is some sort of a badge of honor and it's so cute and it's so funny until it's not, and then the whole world is supposed to come and save you? No, it don't work that way. It does not work that way. It's not about non-compassion. It's not about anything other than you want to take on these types of responsibilities, then you need to make sure that you can care for them. Everybody makes mistakes, and guess what? Everything is going to go wrong at some point. Everything, life is not a box of chocolates. Something is always going to be happening. So you need to be prepared for what comes next. All of us here in this house, all of us in all of y'all's houses, because they just think that just because we don't get up on this internet and whine and cry about our problems means that we don't have any, or we think we're better than anyone else. That has nothing to do with it. Generation X was raised on you figure the fuck out. You get out there and figure it out. You got McDonald's money, you better go get some. And it wasn't about stealing. You got to work. You have to figure it out. There's plan A, plan B, plan C. What's for the future? You want to do it by yourself? You get the opportunity to do it by yourself. But when somebody says that they're married, y'all want to make fun of people. You'll pick me, you'll marry me. Oh, okay. But I ain't on this internet crying. It's nice to have somebody to depend on. Y'all want to act like men are the worst thing in the world. You don't like them, you misandrous, that's fine. Everybody don't feel that way. I guess that's in the code too. I don't know. Tadisha, I don't know if she's still here. Shout out to Tadisha though. Shout out to Rachel for another 5. I appreciate you. She says, being a single mom and going to college don't go together. Get your priorities straight. Shaking my head. Rachel, honestly, something don't sound right here. If she's a family of 4 and she not getting financial aid and grants where she don't have to pay it back, something don't sound right. And it could quite possibly be that she didn't apply for it. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't done FAFSA in a long time. And then they not gonna correct her because if they're gonna get some money and some interest, you think they care? They don't care. They're gonna be like, all right, girl, here your loan, and then here the overage. Pay it all back.
For as long as I can remember, every single time I tried to go to school, if it wasn't my parents not having good credit and I couldn't get a parent plus loan, if it wasn't because I maxed out financial aid, I'm always in this position, and I've come so far and I'm so close. And I'm making this video because I don't know. I don't even know if I can post it. I just know that I can't. This is the only thing I could do. I don't know if I should create a GoFundMe. I don't know.
So GoFundMes are the answers to everything, y'all. She's either a Z or a lower end millennial. She's talking about creating a GoFundMe. So Generation Z wants to brag about everything that they are, and their answers are to create a GoFundMe. So it's in essence dry begging. It's beg talk again, which I think they banned beg talk, but it's still begging. It's crazy.